Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Uniquely Me with Simone Stewart. Guys, I've missed you so much and I know you've been talking about it. What happened, Simone? Where are you? Why we're not seeing your new videos? But then some of you have said to me that, Simone, we know you're working on some bomb stuff because you know that's what we do here at Uniquely Me. And guys, no doubt I have something wonderful for us today. So guys, we've been seeing and hearing a lot about how to make money. Money is the root of all evil. But then at the same time, we see a lot of our women in particular struggling to find money, struggling to make money. A coach said to me recently that we're so used to having money working. We work for money, but there comes a time when we need to make money work for us. And so today, guys, I want to talk with a fabulous woman, Denesha Bailey Cole, and you'll hear a little bit about her as we go through this interview. But this woman, I would say, has found the secret to making money. I don't know if she's going to have me up for that, but then she's going to clarify. But without further ado, guys, well, let us put our hands together, or like I usually say, get our popcorn and get our juice and stuff, and welcome Denesha. Hey, Denesha.
Hey.
Welcome to Uniquely Me, girl.
Well, thank you so much for having me on. It's truly an honor to be able to share on your platform.
Thank you.
And to be able to make my own contribution.
Awesome. I love it, girl. I love it. So let's just get the elephant out of the room, Denesha. Have you found the secret to making money?
And guess what? There is no secret to making money. The secret has always been out there. I think one of the issues that a lot of people are not persistent enough to go after it. But making money is no secret. It doesn't matter. I do believe that all of us were born with something inside of us that can make us elevate, that can make us be really successful. But we have to tap into our God-given talents and be able to capitalize on opportunities that are out there. We see a lot of opportunities out there a lot of time, but some people think, oh, that's not for me, or I can't do that, when they've never really given it a try. So making money is no secret.
Awesome. Well, we're going to talk a little bit more about it. But before we do that, Denesha, who are you? I mean, I keep hearing about this girl who used to work at UE and, that kind of thing. But who are you really? Tell us, who are you? Where you come from?
Yes, that's one of my taglines. The girl that used to work at UE had a big job at UE and resigned.
Her six-figure income.
To do network marketing. But I am 31 years old. I was born in rural Clarendon, raised in Portmore, but now currently reside in St. Andrew. I am a lover of everything personal and professional development. Yes. I have a bachelor's degree in international relations and a master's in human resource development. I love giving back. I love helping people. And I am the oldest of four for my mom and the only child for my father.
Wow.
So you know that with being the oldest, right, comes with a lot of responsibility. But I think that throughout my journey in life, everything that I went through has really prepared me for what God has in store for me right now.
Awesome. So Denesha, one of the things I like is that you are homegirl. So, those who are listening from Jamaica, she said she come from Portmore, St. Andrew, she come from Clarendon. So she's been all over here in Jamaica. But, Denesha, before I even talk about, us recognizing that there is so much more to us than just the space in which we're born, you took a leap. So we hear of, your MBA, your BSc, that kind of thing. First and foremost, how did you end up at UE? And what were you doing at UE before you decided to take that leap?
All right, so let me kind of take it back a little bit to childhood, right?
Yeah.
So my mother got pregnant at 16. So I'm a product of teenage pregnancy. She was told to get rid of that child.
Wow.
Um, but she decided not to, and so she dropped out of high school. My
Mm-hmm.
father didn't finish high school either, so
Yeah.
both parents did not complete. Um, I think my father went, no, he didn't. No. So both
Mm-hmm.
parents didn't really finish high school.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not really qualified. My dad has been in construction for over 40 years. My
Mm-hmm.
mother works in the restaurant industry in the UK. And so I grew up seeing them struggle a lot. My mother migrated to the United Kingdom when I was 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad traveled back and forth from I was about 9,
Mm-hmm.
working in Bahamas, St. Martin. He's now in Tortola. So he comes home every year, on a contract.
Mm-hmm.
But I grew up watching them struggle from a very tender age, especially when my mother migrated.
Yeah.
I always said to myself that I didn't want to continue that same cycle.
Yeah.
And so ever since growing up, education was instilled in me. Listen, go to school, get good grades to get a good job so
Yeah.
that you can have some upward social mobility.
Right.
And I took that seriously because seeing that both of my parents never had the opportunity to get a full education, I
Yeah.
kind of wanted to, be different. I wanted to create my own path. So
Mm-hmm.
I went to university. I did my bachelor's in international relations and Spanish and bilingual.
Yeah.
And then just coming out of UE, I got a position
Mm-hmm.
there, the regional headquarters. I was working at the Latin American Caribbean Center. Did 6.5 years there in different capacity, working with the Latin American region. We do contracts, we do any sort of relationships that the university has. We do different programs where we send students to teach English as a foreign language. And even
Wow.
before I actually lived in Colombia for a year.
Mm-hmm. Woo.
Then I did my master's.
Uh-huh.
And then I moved over to Office of the Vice Chancellor. So I was working there for 3.5 years before resigning as a program manager
I'm
in
listening to
global
you,
affairs.
Denesha. I'm listening to you, and we tend to blame our circumstances for what we didn't achieve. And
Yeah.
I'm listening to you. You had to kind of fudge your way through from age 12, right? Without both parents being there. You
Yeah.
had all the right reasons to complain that, hey, I don't have the parental support. This is not going well. My mother, my father didn't make it through high school, in terms of finishing and stuff, but you made it to the top. What was it that, I mean, apart from the fact that you saw the struggles, can you put your finger on it? And I'm asking you, Denisha, because I'm from Flankers, and I'm not afraid to say I'm from Flankers. Well, I always say me a bad girl from Flanker, but what most persons say, please, Simone can mash hands. But I grew up in a way that taxi couldn't come around to where we live. We didn't have street lights at those times. We didn't have proper
Mhm.
road and that kind of thing. But there was something inside of me. I don't know what it was, Denisha, but I kept saying to myself, oh, me start and oh, me I finish. I mean, now live here, so if you understand what I mean. And I
Yes.
grew up with a single mother, but I made up in my mind that this, no, no, no. As soon as me get a chance to run, me I run.
Mhm.
But I can't say what really was it, because I said to myself as a child. But I don't know, maybe you can help me to understand, what is that innate thing in us that says, listen, you are going to soar above this. You are so not staying here. Because everybody around me, for instance, was having babies. It just seemed like, oh, it was a thing to do. Everybody was having
Mhm.
babies,
Mhm.
and stuff. And you need to be part of the gang. You need to be part of the girls that, wearing the latest clothes and that kind of thing. And education was not important. What
Mhm.
is it, girl?
I mean, to be honest, I really can't say that I can pinpoint what it is, but it's just one thing for sure is that God has had his hand on me
Come on.
ever
Come
since.
on. Come on, girl. You just talk the
And
language.
there's just, like things just, even though, throughout all the struggles, things just have a way of finding me. God is just always putting me in the right environment, showing me the right things. And, it goes way beyond just having your own drive. I think it's purpose.
Hey,
You know,
yes, yes.
purpose is bigger than anything else. Because
Yes.
I can tell you, I've ever since when I was younger, I wanted to be a teacher, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just to give you kind of a backstory, I always say I wanted to become a teacher. And
Mm-hmm.
then in high school, a teacher said to me, I changed and I said, you know what, I want to become a flight attendant.
Mm-hmm.
And then a teacher said to me, why not go into international relations? Went into international relations. That's how I landed the job at UWI.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I learned a lot in that field, global affairs, international business, and all of that, right? And then
Yeah.
I went on and I did my master's in human resource development. And can I tell you that all of that together, combined with the struggles that I had to go through, when I was ready to go to university, my parents said, hey, we can't afford it. You're not going to be able
Mm-hmm.
to go.
Yeah.
I decided that no, I went to student loan, right? So that was how
Mm-hmm.
I got my way through college.
Yeah.
But all of those experiences have basically prepared me for what I'm doing now, for where I am now. And so I can't say that it was me. I
Yeah.
can't say, it's this one particular thing.
Yeah.
The only thing that I can say is that God has had his hands on me
Mm.
ever since I was conceived.
Yes.
And so I know that it has to be purpose.
Oh my God. Yeah. You know, I keep saying to persons, no experience is wasted.
No.
And so it may look sometimes like, we're going through a patch and, this is about to kill us. But I always say that, let's use Joseph, for instance. If Joseph didn't go to the pit, if he didn't go to Potiphar's house, he could not have been a good governor. And so sometimes our circumstances is not what we would want to be. It's not the ideal, but Jeremiah 29 verse 11 comes to mind. For I know the plans I
I know the
have for
plans I have
you,
for you.
to prosper you and to give you an expected
My
end.
favorite. That's one of
Oh
my favorite
Lord.
verses
And
that I live by.
yes, and it sets the tone for exactly where you are now. You took a leap. You're in this good job. And you did like what Steve Harvey says, you jump.
Yeah.
You jump. And many persons, like myself, I've been in the banking industry for 28 years, Denesha. And the truth is, I find myself every time someone else has moved on, I'm so envious of them, but I'm still not scared enough to jump.
To jump.
What is it that keeps us paralyzed? I don't want to say stuck. It's more paralyzed. So is it that we are afraid of the unknown?
That's
We've
it.
gotten used to, the stable income. We've gotten used to a slave master over us or a boss over us. And so we've lost our potential.
Mhm. It's fear of the unknown, to be honest, because a lot of people want to know, even though the conditions might not be right, even though the boss not treating you right, at the end of the day, you still have that income coming in, right? Nobody wants to imagine themselves being without income. And to be honest, that is why I have to applaud entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Because when you go into entrepreneurship, the reality is you don't know. I do applaud entrepreneurs because they don't know where that income is going to come from. Because if you think about somebody who has a store, you can open the store, but there's no guarantee that someone is going to walk
Walk
in.
in.
So I think it's just the thought that, oh my God, I may never have an income coming in this month, right?
Yeah.
But what I always say to people is look at the flip side to this.
Yeah.
The job that you have, even though the circumstances are not ideal, your income is capped. It doesn't matter if you want to get to a managerial position, even the highest paid position. Your income is capped, one. Plus, you have any personal freedom nor time freedom. Whereas entrepreneurship gives you a way out. Now,
Yeah.
what we always say to people, you don't have to jump all four, two hands, 2 feet in at the same time.
Yeah.
What you can do is work your plan A,
Mm-hmm.
but in the meantime, have your plan B.
Yes.
When your plan A when your plan B surpasses your plan A, then you can make a choice. And that was it for me. I was working my business 2.5 years before I took the leap to basically go out on my own, come what may.
Yes.
So I think that's what people are afraid of. But what we have to understand is this: your job was not designed to take you to your wealthy place.
Oh my God.
Right? Most people who have had wealth, if you talk to them, it was never from a job. It's from investing. And a lot of us are afraid of investing. But if you don't invest, you're gonna get stuck, right? You're gonna have to depend on another person to feed your family for the rest of your life. You're gonna depend on another person to dictate your lifestyle, to dictate how you travel, to dictate how you eat, to dictate how you take care of your family. But with entrepreneurship, with investment, you can basically take control of your financial freedom and take control of your life. That's really what it is.
Denesha, you almost made me cry. I kid you not. Because there's a situation I'm going through right now, and I feel like literally I am allowing someone else to feed my family and dictate how my family eats. It's dictating the safety of my family. And I mean, but we never saw it like that.
From you, right? Then it wasn't sold like that, clearly. The thing is, they can take that away from you at any minute.
Yeah, that's true.
Just like that. You can do it all just like that. And I think for me, that's the fear that I had.
Yeah.
Pushed me.
Yes.
Yes. That said, no, you know what? I don't ever want to be in a position. I remember at one point I was on contract before I was on staff. And every year it's just that thought, will I still have my position next year? What's going to happen? I remember when we had change of management. And sometimes with change of management, they come with their own people, and you're not sure if your position is guaranteed. And I remember having a plain, straightforward conversation with a boss, like with a new boss, like, hey, I just want to know. I don't want to be thinking, because, whispers going around the office. No, just tell me plain and straight. Do I still have a job?
A job.
Right? I just want to know that, because I need to start putting things in place mentally. That's just me, right?
Yeah.
And for me, that's uncomfortable. Uncomfortable. I don't want to feel like, I would have built a lifestyle based on this type of income, right? And then I could lose it just like that in the snap of a fingers, in the snap of a finger. So that scared me enough to look for alternatives and build something outside of my 9 to 5.
Awesome. So I want you to tell us now about what you built outside of your 9 to 5, because that's the exciting part of our interview. And guys, if you're just tuning in, yes, it's Uniquely Me, and it's your girl Simone. Guys, for starters, I don't like the ear, but no, say, if there's anything you know about Uniquely Me, is the hair. Denesha, if you check out all my videos, there's always a different hairstyle.
So I see.
But guys, we don't want to stray. Today we're talking money, guys. The whole matter, I mean, it's something that we tend to be afraid to talk about. Many of us are afraid to talk about it. And so I have made a decision. I think I'm going to do this between now and the end of the year into first quarter of 2023. We want to talk money, guys. plain raw truth about money and how we can make money. We're always trying to we're working to make money, but how can we make money work for us? And like as Denesha shared earlier on, that we often, when we stay stable or stuck or paralyzed, what we're really doing is allow someone else to dictate and control how much money we can handle. So we are talking about money. So Denesha, let's talk about that fabulous business that you worked as a plan B until it became a plan A, until now it is a boy, girl, I don't know if it's a wealthy thing now. But let's talk about it.
Absolutely. And this is where I get super excited.
I
In
know.
2018, I kind of want to mention something. You mentioned a very important point just now with how people relate to money. Because this business has really taught me that I needed to change my mindset on how my thought process about money, because growing up, we always hear money is the root of all evil. Even this morning, an aunt said that to me. I said, no, the love of money is the root of all evil.
All evil. Yep.
And you hear money don't grow on tree. Good things come to those who wait, and all these things, right? And we are like in my household growing up, money was never discussed. In fact, if you say anything with wealth, or you want to have a lot of money, everybody would look at you like you're crazy. That was like taboo. It's like, you're boastful. It's like, something, it just had this negative connotation in our household, and with a lot of family members. And so I never grew up thinking of a dream car. You have the idea.
Yeah.
I was hell bent on it. Like, it was just since adulthood, I'm like, yeah, I think a Benz, that's my dream.
A red one, girl, a red one.
Right? Or an Audi, and this is the type of house that I really want, because we were taught that, hey, it was a bad thing to dream, it's, it was just so negative.
Yes.
But being in an environment with like-minded people has really taught me how to change my mindset when it comes on to money.
Yeah.
So getting back to the story, 2018, I was in a position where I was really looking for something additional to do. I was already doing a lot. 2016 to 2018, I can tell you, was two most grueling years for me as an adult, because at that time, I wanted to do a master's. I already had student loan on my back, struggling to pay them back every single month. I really needed a master's degree because my position required a master's. So I was working for like 2 years without the master's degree in the position. So they were pressuring me, right? Yeah. So I had to get a master's degree done. And I decided that I didn't want to go back to student loan, because you can't go back to student loan, you're still paying, so I took a payment plan at UP. So they were taking it from my salary every single month, right? It was $60,000 every month. And so I had little to no disposable income. Yeah. Right. And I was already underpaid because I did not have a master's degree. So it was a stretch. It was really a stretch. And so what I did, I was teaching online at the time. So I had work 8:30 to 4:30. I had class 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. I would get home by 10 o'clock because I live in Ligoni. I lived in Ligoni at the time. And then I would eat, sleep, wake up, and teach from 12 a.m. to about 4 a.m. So my students were in Europe or Asia, right? And that would bring me an additional $70,000 to $90,000, depending on how many classes I was doing, right? Yeah. And then I would wake up 5 o'clock, get dressed, and I had a face-to-face client that I was teaching ESL, and I would go to that client from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. or 6:30 to 8 a.m. It was an hour and a half, right? Yeah. And this was all the way down by Carib Cement. So I would drive from Ligoni to Carib Cement, drive from Carib Cement 8 o'clock in the morning, get back to work for 8:30, right? And I would do that over and over. And I did that for 2 years while completing my master's. Half the time I was asleep in those classes, I promise you.
Yeah. Can
how,
imagine.
how I finished with distinction. That's why I keep telling you that God has his hands on me. Like my batchmates can tell you that story, right? And then I was always traveling because I was traveling for work, and so half the time I was gone for classes, from classes. But I was so during that period in 2008, I was really looking for something more because I kept saying to myself, this cannot be it. I was the epitome of burnt out.
Yes.
I was surviving. I was surviving on just about 4 hours of sleep for over 2 years. And so I was on Facebook. I saw somebody posted about a travel business, reached out to the individual, my sponsor, truly grateful for her. And I remember she said to me, to be honest, Denesha, I I just got started. I don't even know if it works or how it works.
Yeah.
And a lot of people would have run. But I said to her, no, just give me the information. Within 24 hours, I got started. I didn't even know how much it cost, to be honest. I didn't ask any questions. And no, excuse me, I'm happy that I didn't.
Yes.
I'm happy that I wasn't skeptical. I'm happy that, but I started the business, 3 months in the business, didn't do much, right? Because I was busy attending to my plan A.
Yes.
And then towards the ending of December 2018, I had a family crisis. Had to fly myself and my sister to the United Kingdom to see my mother. She was going through depression. A lot was going on. And so I ended up having exhausted all my savings, as well as everything that was in my bank account. January 2019, I had just about $2,000 in my account to get me by until the 25th of the month. It was paid. Right? And that's when I said, but God gave me this business from October 2018, and I hadn't really put enough into it. Right? And that was when I put pedal to the metal. And I kid you not, things just started changing.
Wow.
And between then and now, it's just amazing at what God has done with this business. So just in case people are wondering, what is this business?
This amazing business.
So the company is Planet Marketing, which is out of Atlanta, Georgia. And Planet Marketing is an online marketing company that basically helps people to set up their own home-based travel business, to become travelpreneurs. So Planet Marketing is the marketing firm for our host agency, which is IntelliTravel. And IntelliTravel is a 30-plus-year-old licensed and bonded travel agency out of Delray Beach, Florida. So the bottom line is we help the average person to be able to earn extra income by owning a home-based travel agency and by also being able to sell the IntelliTravel opportunity. So not only are you able to bring money in your pocket, but you're also able to help other people around you do the same thing. And that's why, just going through your program, when you invited me, I was like, yes, whatever I'm doing, it aligns, because I don't just jump on any interview just like that. It really aligns with female empowerment, what I am trying to do personally in my life, where this business has now become a ministry, where I'm helping other young women to see that, hey, you don't have to sit down and depend on a man. A small $200 investment can change your life. With a little persistence, with a little drive, you can create your own economy, right? You don't even have to depend on the government to build a better economy or create a better economy for you. And just kind of going to how, this business has really allowed me to take control of my financial future. I can eat how I want. I can travel how I want. I can vacation how I want. Whether it's a pandemic or not, because our income is recession proof. And therefore, it doesn't matter with inflation. Inflation doesn't affect us because we're earning in US dollars. And
Yes.
that's what a lot of people don't understand. So I don't have to sit and complain about what the government is doing or not doing, because through this business, I've been able to create my own economy with my family, right?
Yeah.
In 2.5 years, we were able to build a six-figure business
Yes.
online from the comfort of my home. Most days I'm like this, or in pajamas, or dressed up when we have meetings.
Yes.
But I don't have to be in, and I can decide where I want to live.
Yeah.
Again, not leaving any of that up to anyone, up to any man, or up to any woman. I
Yes.
dictate my income. I set my income goal and I work towards it. So
Mm.
if I decide that, hey, my next income goal is $3 million a month, right? That's my next income goal. That's what I'm working towards.
Yeah.
Nobody can tell me that. Oh, but I mean, in fact, for some of us, it's not even in your pay rank.
Mhm.
Even
Exactly.
aspire
Mm-hmm.
to make $3 million per month, you know?
Fun.
And that's why I said the environment that we're in, it has allowed, because one time I never used to talk about money that openly. I used to,
Yes.
I never talk about income, but no, I feel comfortable talking about income, and it's okay. It is
Yes.
okay to dream big. It is okay to say, listen, it is okay to want to make $5 million a month. It is
Yes.
okay to want to make $20 million a month. There's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
nothing stopping you
Yeah.
from wanting to go after that.
Yeah.
The thing is, a lot of people don't have the vehicle. Some people have the drive, but they
Yes.
don't have the vehicle. They have the work ethic, but they don't have the vehicle. Now,
Mm.
Planet Marketing has given us a vehicle where all
Yes.
you have to do is come with those skill set that you already have, as
Mm-hmm.
well as your work ethic, as well as your drive,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you can drive this vehicle.
Yes.
Not a Lada, it's not a Corolla, right?
You know, I want to make sure that we distill some stuff, because I can tell you, one of the first thing when we just started, I know a number of persons just jump on and say, listen, a multi-level marketing thing that I'm in it. And or some persons will tell you, oh, it's just for the rich. Oh, it's just for those that's at the top. Because girl, let me tell you something. I laugh. This is 1 week and 1 day since I signed. And last week, Sunday, so I signed Saturday, and Sunday I ran into this video on YouTube, and everything negative was there. And hear me, God, you see, if me ever see this video before, me to spend my $200 time. But then the truth is, somehow I guess it has a lot to do with what you want, that drive that you have, what you're looking for. Because all of us can see the same thing. Is the glass half empty or is the glass half full? Right? And so I look at it and I've always said, if there's somebody out there that's doing it, there are what, over 1,000 or at least 1,000 persons here so far in Jamaica that's doing it, and several others worldwide that is in this amazing business.
75,000 to be exact.
75,000. And you are telling me that all 75,000 plus the 1,000 at Jamaica are wrong? What is it that those of you who decided to push, or even you, because it is said, and I don't know if you mind putting it out there, that you're the number one paid Jamaican in this business right now, right? What is it that put you out there? It can be that you will have one bag of money that you dumped in there. It is a case because you stated, of course, that you, for the first 3 months, you did nothing. And I guess similar to myself, and
Starting
even the
from the
person,
bottom, just like anybody else.
And like you said, even the person that signed, you said, listen, they don't know much about it, but you were willing to jump at it and work it. So somebody listening, so let's just clarify that, make sure that we just
No
explain to
problem.
persons this matter. It's multi-level marketing. It is pyramid. That's the word that everybody loves to use. It's pyramid, it's multi-level. And I know, and I want to do it because I realize I'm an influencer. That's the reality. My channel has gone viral. I am an influencer. And so I don't want to be putting it out there that, oh, because people are gonna say you're a banker, you're rich, you're this and that. We want to distill
Right.
that, Denesha, and put the truth out there. And guys, I'm not about to trick anybody. I'm about making sure, just like how you guys want the info, same thing. I want the genuine info. I've been on every meeting since I joined because I want to hear, seriously, every meeting. I've been reading up all the different things. I've done my research because I want to know the facts about these things, and I want to help other persons too.
Right. You see, and that's great because it's really about education. And what I say to people is just have an open mind, because a lot of things that we've heard about, it's not even coming from us. It's what we hear other people say. And so we allow other people's opinions to influence how we make decisions, right?
Yes.
And I've always been the type, I want to see it for myself, right? Let me go and fail. Which has always been a good thing. But
yes.
let me go first. Let me fail. But the reality is, if you do, network marketing companies have been around for ages. Amway is actually one of the oldest network marketing company. I think they basically they started the whole multi-level marketing. And the thing that a lot of people don't understand is that network marketing, multi-level marketing, however you want to call it, these are legitimate companies that have products. Now, mind you, you do have companies that are shady. But at the end of the day, you have to know what you're going into. It's like comparing a banking system to, what was the one that fell recently?
Cash Plus.
Cash Plus, right? Doing a legitimate, going to the bank versus Cash Plus. Doing a legitimate investment with what you call them? VMBS, Mayberry, right? Versus doing something with Cash Plus. You know that it's shaky, right? You know that it's shaky. So at the end of the day, you do have legitimate network marketing companies out there, and the only difference is this: you have a product that is already established. So you're getting a business in a box. So instead of me deciding to go and start a business on my own, now, if you were to start a travel business, you can talk to anybody who has their home base, not a home base, who has a brick and mortar travel agency. They'll tell you that it costs roughly 30,000+ US dollars a year for the licenses and everything that they have to put in place, the insurance, all of that. Now, our host agency, IntelliTravel, they basically cover that cost. And we just pay the setup and a monthly fee. The setup cost to get your website, your training. I don't have to worry about the legal aspects of the business because there's the companies, both companies, they take care of that, right? I just come in and do what I need to do as an independent contractor. Now, as it relates to pyramid schemes and Ponzi schemes, pyramid schemes are illegal, so are Ponzi schemes. These include the exchange of money without a product. So even a partner that we do is a Ponzi scheme, right? The difference with the partner is that everybody invests in the plan. So everybody gets paid out. But if one person drops out, whatever. And then you have, the loom thing that was going around in Jamaica a couple of years ago, I think just before the pandemic, this wheel where you invest, I think it was $50,000 at the time. I don't remember how much, but you need to bring two people and then you have to keep bringing people.
Oh, never hear about the one there.
Yeah, come on. A lot of these schemes, now they have they're calling it the gifted ring, where you invest a certain amount of money, you recruit two people to invest, and then you keep going up the ladder until you get to the top, you get paid out, right? So those things are pyramid schemes, Ponzi schemes, because you do not have a product. What you're basically using, it's like you're doing money laundering. You're taking other people's money to invest into the scheme, right? So that one person can get paid out. And in order for the next person to get paid, you have to keep recruiting. So if you stop recruiting people, the scheme basically stops. It crumbles,
Yes, yes,
right?
yes, yes.
It crumbles, and we see it all the time. They don't last very long.
Right.
Now, we did not say to you, invest $200 in this business, recruit some people, and then within the next 6 weeks or the next 4 weeks, you're gonna get $10,000. That's what they were promised. No, this is a business. If you don't work your business, you don't get paid, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's our product. I have a travel business. If I don't market my business and people book travel with me,
Mm-hmm.
guess what? I don't get paid. I don't
Yeah.
have any income coming in. And then with Planet Marketing, where we're empowering other people, that's what they tend to liken to pyramid schemes and Ponzi schemes, right? But look at it this way.
Mm-hmm.
You do referral marketing for free. Because if I ask you where you get that wig from, Simone, you're going to tell me. And
Of
I'm going to
course.
go and spend my money with that person. And
Yes.
guess what? I don't get anything from it. So look at real estate agents, look at insurance agents.
Mm-hmm.
Insurance agents get paid by selling an insurance policy. They get paid a commission. Real
Right.
estate agents get paid when they sell a property, they get paid a commission. It's the same thing. When you sell a travel agency, so if I talk to you, if you see that my business is making money, and I don't even have to talk to you, you
Mm-hmm.
can see what I am doing
Yeah.
and approach me about it. If
Mm-hmm.
you decide to get started, because you enrolled with me, the company pays me a referral commission, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And then think about it. Another thing that I want to dispel is
Mm-hmm.
where when you ask people, so what is the definition of a pyramid scheme or a Ponzi scheme? Oh, where the person at the top makes all the money. Well, guess what? The person who enrolled me in the business, I make more money than her. The
Mm-hmm.
number one income earner in the business, who is making over $100,000 a month, was
Mm-hmm.
enrolled by the number two income earner. The number three income
Come
earner,
earner. Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So that dispels it right there.
Yes.
The place that's really a Ponzi scheme, it's your job, because it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter how much work you do, you will never out earn your manager or your boss or your supervisor,
Oh,
even
girl.
when you are the one working. So I was in Trinidad last week, and
Mm-hmm.
I spoke with one of the hotel workers and shared the vision with him. He said, "Oh, this looks like a pyramid scheme." So we asked him, what's your definition? Oh, the person at the top. So we said, like a job, look at it. Where's your boss right now? He's like, probably on his yacht or golfing. And I said, who is doing the work? Me. I
Mm-hmm.
said, you're the one doing the work, right? Can you make more than what he's making? No,
Never.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So with network marketing, you are paid based on the work that you do. And the reason why a lot of people are not more successful in network marketing is because a lot of people you're very reactive. So in a job, you're used to somebody telling you what to do. You're used to them feeding you. With a business, it's you. You are responsible for your success. And that is the factor that we don't look at.
Yeah.
Nobody's looking at themselves. Because as an entrepreneur, you have to become your marketer, you
Yes.
have to become your accountant, you
Mm-hmm.
have to be your sales advisor,
Advisor. Yes.
right?
Your
You have
HR
to be your
person.
HR, you have to do
Your
your own
IT.
PR, you have to do your own IT, and a lot
Mm-hmm.
of us don't want to change. We are too comfortable, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
then a lot of people are lazy. That's a given fact. And you can't
Mm-hmm.
be lazy and expect to make a lot of money. So when you
Mm-hmm.
talk to people, do you want to make money? Yes, I want to make money. But they're not willing to put in the work.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
cost me for 2 years while I was working my 9 to 5. I gave up Netflix. I gave up TV, cut the cable,
Mm-hmm.
right? I also invested in a lot of books. My money does not go into handbags, purses, and shoes or
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
clothes. It goes into books. If I were at home, I would have actually shown you my library. I
Yeah.
have books to kill. I'm always reading and I'm always investing. I've spent thousands of dollars on just educational stuff, going to different masterminds, going to conferences, doing online training to learn more, to become better. And people don't want that. They want the money, but they don't understand that the money comes with a changed mindset.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Because if your mindset don't change, you'll never have the money that you imagine. You'll never be able to get the wealth that you desire. And even if by chance you do it, let's say you win the lotto, you still won't keep it.
None at all. And we've seen that. So have you seen many of them that win the lotto and in no time they're broke? But I like where you're going.
Let me just hit one more nail on the head. Another thing, people come into network marketing with the wrong mindset.
Yes.
People, because they hear about the money that you can make, they come in thinking that it's going to happen overnight.
Like this, yes.
Like this. You did not get yourself in debt overnight. Just like I didn't put on all of this weight overnight. So there's no, as much as I want to think that exercising the whole day for one day, not eating anything, waking up the following morning, I'm going to lose 15 pounds.
Ain't happening.
That's a figment of my
imagination. Of your imagination.
Right? So that is it. A lot of people come into network marketing thinking that it's a magic wand. It's going to magically make all your problems disappear. It doesn't work like that. And so I tell people it's work. And if you aren't willing to put in the work, you're going to have challenges just like everything else. If you're going to university, look at it. How many people spend millions of dollars going to university and they still don't get a job? Or they still don't get a job in their field? How many still? But yet people still going to university. Right?
Yeah.
If you're in a marriage, your marriage still go have problems. If you have you still go have, it's the same thing. So people come in with this, it's, oh my God.
Hello, yes.
Like, like, I don't get it. So when I'm coaching, a lot of people don't like my coaching style sometimes because they say I'm too strong. But the thing is, a lot of people don't want to give themselves a reality check.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to slap people. Sometimes you need a slap to come back to reality. Because like
how do you expect to make money and you're not willing to do the work?
Exactly.
Who's going to give you the money? Like, you started this business for a reason. You came in when you asked them, why did you start this business? Because I want to make money. Okay, so how do you expect to make money? You don't read. You don't want to give up watching Netflix. Okay, so you think the business is gonna magically work? It's gonna magically start making money for you?
Yeah. So I usually like to say a tree, you plant a seed, or we go to a fruit tree outside. Did the tree, obviously, we never got sleep last night and we'll wake up this morning, the tree is ta-da, and it has fruits on it. It had to go through a process. And
you have to weed it, you have to water it. That's how businesses are. And that's the same analogy I always use. When I'm doing my welcome calls, I say, listen, understand that your business is like a seed. Right?
Yes.
Every single day, you're planting seeds. That means you have to water it, you have to remove the weeds, you have to do all these things, and things are going to happen. Just like when you have storm, think of a farmer. Like, this business has allowed me to appreciate farmers so much because I'm like, come on, you have one cow and you have to wait however long for that, and then somebody might come and steal the cow.
Exactly.
Might get disease and die. But does that, like, I was talking to my auntie the other day, she said she got some chickens, right? And she was like, oh my God, I bought 50 and something happened. Some of them got sick. She lost 10. But that don't mean that she go and give up. That don't mean that she go stop her business. She understands it's a start. It's a part of the process.
Yes.
She just has to cut her losses and move on.
Exactly.
Right? And go again.
Yes.
Right? If you can find measures to prevent that, then you put measures in place.
And that's what I like about this business so far, Denesha. There is so much information. Like I was saying to Latoria Mayberry yesterday, there is information overload. but it's just how you manage it, right? The information is all there to help you get started in every possible way. And then not to mention the many meetings that is held to get you literally. I mean, when I saw the one the other night where they were literally going through, these different sites, how you go through to search for travel and stuff for our clients and stuff. I appreciate that. And so I want to ask you, for those, so we've gotten that out the way, those persons now who are willing to take that leap, or willing to plant that seed and build a business, right? It doesn't matter if you're going from the travel aspect of it, or you're going from the recruitment part of it in terms of helping others to build their travel business, or just both. What are some of those, if you were to pull out 3 to 5 key things that persons who have, and this is not just for this business alone, once you decide to go entrepreneurial, what are those 5 habits that you think persons, not think, maybe you've proven it, but these 5 habits is a must? And you slap us in the head and say, listen, under the one, boom, do it again. Yeah.
And I love that. So one of the habits that we talk about is, first and foremost, you have to wake up earlier.
Oh,
you have to be willing to give up something. And one of them gonna be sleep, right? Because you can't expect to be working your 9 to 5 and then still getting 9-10 hours sleep. Right? You have to learn to wake up earlier, because that way you can get more things done. Or if you're not, a lot of us say that we're not morning. I'm not a morning
person.
Right. We have to, that's a self-limiting belief. And we have to get that out of our heads that, oh, I'm not a morning. No. You have to kind of get that out, because the earlier you're up, the more productive you can become. You can start your day early. You can put things in place. And that's what a lot of people don't do. The second thing that I'd say is start reading. Start reading more, because there's so much information out there. And then read things that will help you. I'm always reading an industry book, a personal development book, and something spiritual, right? We have to get into the habit of reading, because again, there's so much information out there. So I don't have to go to school for 10 years to learn about finance, where I can read a book and it takes me 30 days, right? Reading kind of help you to compress time frame where it concerns knowledge, right? Because you don't have to spend a whole heap of money. You can spend a $2,500 or a $3,000 and read a book, like, for example, Think and Grow Rich, and kind of help with your mindset on how people think about money. Read the top 10 distinctions between the millionaires and the middle class, which teaches you how millionaires think, right? In fact, you're able to sit at the feet of millionaires, multi-millionaires, people who have already done it. You're able to be mentored, right? By people who are successful through books. So that's where a lot of my mentorship come in. And then another thing is to really get into personal development. You have to work on you.
Yes.
You can't, like, a lot of us want to say, I just saw me stay. Oh, that statement tickles me. And I used to say it a lot, like, oh, an ugly statement. Oh, I just saw me stay. You're not a tree. You're not planted. You can move. You can change. Like, you can become a much different person if you're just willing to work on you. If you're willing to work on you. I mean, I love reinventing myself every single month.
Yes.
Me, because my mindset would have changed. There's always going to be something different about me every single month. I'm always looking for elevation, a higher level of thinking. I'm always looking to be stretched, because I don't want to stay the same way.
Yes.
Right? And then another thing, consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency. Learn to master the mundane, right? It's not the big things. And I will use weight loss as an example. God, because that is something that I struggle with.
Yeah.
Whew. Discipline and consistency, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not, imagine starving yourself for an entire week
Yeah.
and thinking that within that entire week, you're going to lose the 30 pounds that you would have gained over a period of time. You never gain the weight overnight. Just look at it. You just woke up one morning. And if you remain consistent with eating properly, going to the gym, you're not going to lose the weight overnight, but over a period of time, you are
Yeah.
going to notice the difference. So
Mm-hmm.
if we get used to, there's a book, The Slight Edge, which basically teaches you that the slight edge is always working for you or against you. So just imagine the scale. So everything that you do is leading up to a better you,
Mm-hmm.
a better version of you, or a worse version of you. For
Wow.
example, if you choose to drink water over beers, you're going to see the difference over a period of time. If you choose to drink beer over water, you are going to see the difference over time, right? It's
Wow.
going, it's going to impact your health, whether
Yes.
adversely or positively. And so everything that you do, even your morning routine, right?
Yes.
Um, even the little habits that you think, oh, it's negligible,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
consistently over a period of time. Think about somebody who smokes. You
Yes.
smoke one cigarette today. No,
Mm-hmm.
of course, it's not going to damage your liver. But
Mm-hmm.
imagine smoking one
One
cigarette
every
for
day.
30 days for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Think, calculate how many cigarettes you would have smoked over that 10-year period. And that is what defines your future. Compound effect. You save $1 today over a period of time versus you not saving anything at all over
Mm-hmm.
a period of time. So that YOLO mindset, that mindset, oh, I will do it tomorrow or I don't have to do it today, it boils back down to being disciplined and consistent. So we have to get good at that, get good at being more consistent with the little things that we do with the good habits.
Yes.
So find out those habits that are not um beneficial to you. And another book, The Power of Focus, it talks about identifying your bad habits and forming new habits, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the little things that you think that are negligible, they eventually impact your future, right? And so the results that you are getting now are as a result of the things that you did or you were doing 5 or 10 years ago. And that
Wow.
is why a lot of people, if you don't give yourself that gut check and form new habits, your
Mm-hmm.
life will continue the same on the
Mm-hmm.
same path. And so a lot of people are where they are today because of the choices that they made years ago and not because of the choices that they make right now. But the good thing is that you can always influence your future by
Yeah.
making a different choice today, right? So consistency and discipline. And
Yeah.
just imagine if every single day, if you work on being 1% better every month, over a year, you're 12% better. If you work on being 1% better every day,
Yeah.
going to be 365% better in a year. So if it's public speaking for you, if you want to work on becoming a better speaker,
Yeah.
if you want to work on becoming a better presenter, if you want to work on being a better math student, everything comes with consistency. And then the final thing that I would say is resilience. Resilience in whatever you do, because you are going to have challenge.
Yeah.
You are going to have challenges along the way. Um, but you have to develop that thick skin, be very proactive. Know that, all right, if things don't work out this way, there are multiple ways to skin a cat. What no? What I'm saying, what doesn't kill you make you stronger.
Stronger.
And just know that you can come back from anything as long as it does not kill you. It might slow you down,
Yeah.
But you have to develop it. Like I feel like a lot of people, they're too soft. The
Mm.
least little thing, it kills you. And I used to be like that too. Like I would have things going on in my personal life and I would allow it to cripple me. No, I still dress up and get going and do what I need to do. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I can deal with that later. That's
Yeah.
not going to affect the flow of things that I need to get done. Right?
Yes.
I
Yes.
used to be that type of person. I remember I used to write poems. And I remember when I was, I think high school, just started high school. I think it was Ian, one of those storms. I was
Mm-hmm.
by my grandmother this summer and her rooftop blew off and the
Mm-hmm.
book got damaged and I've never written since.
Oh,
And that was years ago. So that's the type of mindset I had. Like I wasn't resilient. I didn't know how to bounce back from certain things.
yeah.
So that was something that I had to learn along the way that, hey, you have to keep reinventing yourself because you are going to have challenges in whatever you do. It's never going to be smooth sailing. But you have to just know and understand that, hey, if it knocks you down, get back up,
Yes.
keep going.
Yes.
7 times fall, rise 8 times.
Sometimes rise.
Right? So you have to keep going. You have to keep going, knowing that, once you are focused and you have that goal in mind, the devil gonna come with a lot of things. He's not gonna
Yeah.
put everything in your way. How dare you try to break generational curse?
Oh,
How
come
dare
on.
you try to be a better version of you? How dare you try to dream big?
Big.
And so a lot of people, they just allow the little things in life that really won't matter 10 years down the line to knock them off their path.
Yeah.
So that's the final thing I'd say, grow some thick skin, become more resilient.
Yeah. Denesha, let me tell you, girl. This was, I don't know if you saw me. I was a student a while ago.
Yes, that's how you take notes.
I tell you, and then I got
And
to the
I'll tell
point
you, I
where
have a book for everything.
I had to stop for after a while and I said, man, I need to take this in. This girl is deep. You know, and I don't think I think it's a great note for us to end on. And it's a great way for me to use to start the series I want to do on this channel of empowering women to, my tagline has been uniquely means uniquely you, focusing on the traumas, but using those traumas to bounce, flip on into your triumphs and stuff. I want to focus a little bit on the triumphs. And that's where I'm going to be going for a bit because, too many for women, we're allowing ourselves something knock we down and we spend the time talking about it, if you understand what I mean.
Yes.
As listening to something with Miles Monroe since the week that just went. You know what Miles Monroe said? He said, listen, sometimes we need to shut our mouth about what's going on.
Oh.
I mean, like I said, whoa. He said, somebody, you called me. What's going on, Simone, Denesha? Me head hurt me. The taxi man never come for the picnic them this morning. My son I get in a trouble. Work now go good.
Hey,
He said something you just need to shut your mouth.
those
Because
are
what
the
you
people I
do.
stay away from now. And I used to be one of those. Anybody ask you how you do, you start naming out all the problems from morning till night. But then you realize that that's why it's so important to read and develop because your mindset
Yes.
is everything. Is everything.
Yes.
So trust me, looking back at the person I was 4 years ago to now,
Yeah.
it's the transformation, the process, beautiful. Like I've had to come face to face with the ugly part of me
Yes.
to create that better version. I've had to heal from all those traumas to be able to help other people, to be able to, show people that, hey, it doesn't matter where you have been, what you have got. No, that has nothing to do with where you are now.
Yes.
God puts you in this environment for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
This is your place to shine, right? Now is not
Yes.
the time for you to play small. It doesn't matter what your family used to tell you, no matter what they used to call you.
Yes.
None of that matters. Even if you did there on a back road, or if you did a dance go, none of that matters where you
Matters
are right now.
now.
What really
Mm-hmm.
matters is what you do.
Exactly.
And you allow
Exactly.
your word to speak. When people see you on that stage, nobody not gonna say, "Oh, it's Simone that went." No,
Mhm.
Nobody cares about that. Who
That's
cares?
true.
You care about the Simone of
Now,
today, what you've decided to do with all of that. And so you're quite right. And I love the fact that, in fact, ensure that you are on CEO this Thursday. I
yeah.
think the flyer has been circulated this Thursday. But that's the type of environment you want where you're able to, because a lot of times I think people benefit from sad stories.
Yes.
Like,
Yes, man.
what,
Enough of
yeah,
it.
it's like when you come to be interviewed, it's about the trauma. It's but yes, what have you done with all of that? We have so many Black women who are successful. When I heard Trisha Bailey's story the other day, I don't know if you've heard hers.
I
You
didn't
saw
get
that.
all of it. I didn't get all of it.
Like about 3 people sent it to me. They're like, "This is gonna be you." I was like, "Wow, this is what I want to hear. This is what I want to see. I want to see that our women, especially our Jamaican women, are
Yeah.
doing things and they're doing it big,
Yes.
right? And they're stepping out there into the world and they're taking up spaces, not
Mm-hmm.
allowing whatever happened to them to hold them back. So
Yeah.
a lot of times we get so caught up in the trauma that we stay there,
Yes.
move from there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so this platform, it's more than a business because what we're showing women is that you don't have to stay where you are.
Come
You have a
on.
right? You can decide if you want to buy yourself Gucci, Louis Vuitton, if you want to get your red bottoms every month. Come on, we have women doing it.
Yes.
Imagine you alone making 100,000 US dollars a month.
Month.
Come on,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
right? You
Yes.
can create the life that you want without having to depend on a man. And I heard somebody was saying the other day, this young lady I follow that is full time, we stop giving credit to men for other women, so for women's success. So if you see a woman out the road driving a nice vehicle, I must a man get her.
Mm-hmm.
In
Mm-hmm.
a nice house, I must
What's
one
one
man.
man gear?
You know, she wear the nice shoes. I must one. I must man. Like
Mm-hmm.
no, I can buy my own, baby.
Of course. Seems so.
So yeah.
Oh my God. Denisha, I don't know. Words are not enough to say thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule, honey, and to be on this platform with me. And just putting it out there that I'm launching this Saturday coming. That's November 19th, 12 noon. Just an hour launch. Yay! And you are going to be you're going to be there sharing with or my woman as well that listen, we are defining ourselves, right? We are defining how we move forward. We're defining how we make our money and not the other way around. So just putting it out there, guys, I'm going to be making quite a lot of posts regarding the launch, so you won't be missing it. And this fabulous woman that you just heard, she is going to be on it. And of course, you can hear a lot more from her by just simply signing up. But Denisha, let's put it here. How do persons join this amazing business that you've spoken about that has allowed you to be doing things on your own terms, girl?
All right, Simone. So definitely, if they want to hear more, they can get in touch with you. We do a business overview every single day. We have recordings. Once you take a look at the information and you're interested in, betting on you,
Yeah.
taking that leap of faith, because at the end of the day, it boils down to what you do, and you have your $200 investment. All they need to do is just say, Simone, send me the link. I'm ready. The sign up process, 7 to 10 minutes, depending on how fast or slowly you type. You're up and running immediately. We start the training and the mentorship with you, help you to start market your business. You have all the tools that you need, and the good thing is that you're part of a community.
Yes.
So you're not on your own trying to figure things out all by yourself. You're part of a community, you're part of a family, and we really pride ourselves on helping everybody win, right? It just depends on what you decide to do with the business. So there is space for every one of us to shine. You don't have to stay where you are. I've seen people with no educational background or limited educational background, no network come in and do very well. with their business. So you just have to come in and let us help you.
Awesome, awesome. Well, guys, there you have it. Denesha has shared it all. And guys, I'm on my way up there. So come and join me. Let's do this together, But we'll definitely talk more. Again, Denesha, you shared 5 things, and that's what I want to close out with, the 5 things, that we need to 5 habits, daily habits, we now need to incorporate in ourselves. And as we are closing out yet another year, why not put these 5 things on our mirrors? I used to take lipstick, Denesha, and write my goals on my mirror in my bathroom, right? Knowing exactly what I'm about, what I'm doing. I mean, every interview I've done, the first question I'm asked is, how do you do it? I remember when I did with Paula and Porter and Francois, it was, how do you do it? Persons are always asking, how do you do it, Simone? How do you manage this, manage the bank, manage Uniquely Me, manage church, manage books, manage. I say, listen, every moment is used for something, right? Even if I'm watching Netflix, I have the computer in front of me. I have this. Some of the movies, sometimes I have to go back and rewatch them because you're not me start out. But I'm busy focusing on my business, right? But this came home forcefully. Wake up early, guys. Wake up early. Get up early. Too many of us, we love to sleep too much. Get up early. I found, and even when I was studying, I found that my most productive time was within that, between that 2 and 4 o'clock bells. I'm most productive. Read more. My husband, my God, I won't tell him this, that you said it, Denesha, that reading make it a man, and it's so important to be reading. I'm telling you, the man got into reading in such a way that after a while it started getting on my nerves. But, and I'm hoping he's not seeing this, but I saw the changes for real, and I have now started. The truth is, when I'm buying him gifts now, I buy him books. So I wrote down the 2 books that you spoke about a while ago, The Slight Edge and The Power of Focus. He will absolutely love those 2 books. So that's Christmas gift for my husband. Reading more, personal development, guys. There's nothing wrong, because we have this thing to say, when I must pay somebody for help to develop me. There's nothing wrong with getting somebody to mentor you. Sometimes we need somebody else to see from a different vantage point, to help us see things from a different vantage point. I have found that when we're seeing, from our eye level, it looks away. But when you see from a different angle, you see different, and you can see your true potential. And then she says consistency, discipline and consistency, guys. Too many of us are expecting to go sleep and wake up and the banana trees outside, tall as ever, with a big bunch of banana on it. It does not happen. Moving right along, you got to put in the work, consistency. And lastly, resilience. Oh my God, tough skin. I don't think there's a better way to have said it. We need to develop tough skin and know that we might get knocked down, but when I'm saying in Jamaica, hard bud for dead, pick him up, you lick him down, get right back up, hard bud for dead. Lord, thank you so much. Denesha, awesome girl. Awesome. I know we're going to be doing some marvelous work together down the road. I heard about you on the coaching. I hear you're not so nice on the coaching, but I said, that's what I need. I need somebody on me. So thank you so much again, my darling. It was wonderful having you. You dropped some real good nuggets here today. And sharing your heart. Now we fully understand this powerhouse, this #1 earning woman in Planet Marketing and Intelli Travel in Jamaica. We understand that this woman has a drive. She has a purpose. She has a goal. She knows what she's about. And like she said, she put pedal to the metal. Hey, I like it. So thank you so much, my darling. It was so good having you.
Thank you for having me. It was
a pleasure. Awesome. So guys, you know how we do it here on Uniquely Me. You need to be telling somebody about what you've heard. Share the channel, make your comments below, and as usual, reach out to me, let me know. As I've always said, guys, Uniquely Me is definitely uniquely you. There's nothing here that's new, guys, and whatever we're showing here, whatever we're talking about, you might be going through it, you might be thinking about it, but here it is. There are answers here, and you can rise above it. So guys, until next week, thank you so much. I so look forward to seeing you. Bye-bye. Uniquely Me is uniquely you. Hi guys, thought I would share with you, for those of you looking for a Christmas gift or a New Year gift or a birthday gift, for that woman, that strong woman in your life, to offer the Uniquely Me Planner. Now, what can you find in the Uniquely Me Planner? You can find pages to write for each month. You have pages to write your goals, and we set it up so that those goals are SMART, right? As you know, your goals need to be SMART. So we have the specific, the measurable, the attainable, the relevant, and we put them in blocks so that you are able to fill them in accordingly. Also, you will find a daily to-do list, as well as for each day, if you need to put your calendar, what your calendar items will be, you have that as well. There's also a habit tracker, guys, or as well as a quote. There is a list for you to put what are your list of priorities in terms of things to be done. And of course, guys, we have pages and pages of that. We give you blank pages as well. So this is also, it is your diary, it's your planner, it's your time management tool is what I would call it. I want to encourage women who are creatives, women who are executives out there as well. You are trying to find a way to be productive. Here is your tool. And so guys, it's on Amazon. Just put in Uniquely Me Planner, or you can put in Simone Stewart and grab a copy of my Uniquely Me Planner. Guys, remember, Uniquely Me is uniquely you. Get your copy today.
Uniquely me is uniquely you.
Who am I really? Choices, choices, choices. In pursuit of a career? OMG, I'm a wife. Help! I am a mother. Oh, I'm in church. When do I get to be a woman that God called me to be? Uniquely Me covers the acrobatic endeavors of every woman to balance the responsibilities of being a mother, a wife, a professional, a church leader, a friend, yet still maintain her identity. I too am a mother, a wife, a trained minister of religion, a banker, an entrepreneur trying to balance the many hats that signifies my role. My book will help motivate and empower every woman who is really unique in her own way. Grab your copy today on Amazon, because Uniquely Me is uniquely you.
Thank you for tuning in to Uniquely Me with Simone Stewart. Remember, Uniquely Me is uniquely you.